If you've ever stood at Harbor Town on Hilton Head and looked across the water just a few miles away and wondered what that is, today we've got your answer. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Adam Martin is here to tell us about Haig Point and, of course, on Daufuskie Island. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Jessa. Thanks for having me.
So I'm so excited to learn a little bit more, but let's just kind of start with the basics about Haig Point. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Haig Point is an 1,100-acre private residential community on Daufuskie Island. And for those of you that haven't been, it's about a mile away from Harbor Town off the south end of Hilton Head. It's the southernmost sea island in South Carolina. It's 5,000 acres in total, but we're kind of the northern side of the island. We have 280 homes. At most, there'll be 500 there. And there's about 400 members, so we do have people from all across the world that come and visit Haig Point. It has 3 clubhouses, 27 holes of golf, tennis center, equestrian center where we do horseback riding on the beach. It's really an impressive private community here in the Lowcountry that has become kind of the darling of Beaufort County. And for those of you that haven't checked it out, it's a real gem. I would encourage people to go.
Yeah, and I mean, just even looking at photos, I can see why people come from all over the place to, be a part of this community, be a member, and, potentially even buy a home. So for viewers who are watching who might be interested in the idea of buying a home, but maybe aren't quite ready to make the leap, is there a way to kind of dip your toe in the water?
Yeah, that's a great question. We do have a member for a day program. And so you can come over and do an equestrian trail ride. You just go to our website, haigpoint.com, or call 686-2000, and you can speak with one of our representatives and they'd be able to book a day trip over for you. For those that want to stay overnight, we do a discovery experience. And the discovery experience allows you to stay either in the Strawn Mansion, which is a historic building from 1910. It was actually built on St. Simon's Island, but barged here in 1986. Nice. Really neat. Or you can stay in the historic lighthouse. So the Haig Point Lighthouse, which some of you that have cruised the Calabuggy Sound have probably seen, sits right out there on the shoreline. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, with a living room and kitchen. It's just a really neat place to spend the weekend. So you can come stay on the island too on a discovery experience, play around a golf, do an equestrian trail ride, or lastly, you can just come over with your realtor and do a day visit and tour some of the homes there as well.
Wow, I can't wait to do that because it's kind of on my bucket list to get over there and really spend some time.
All right, well, we need to check that one off.
Yeah, I do. You're going to be the catalyst to that here today. I love it. But let's talk about that because it's not simple to get to Daufuskie, as many know. Let's talk about how do we get there?
Yeah, great question. There's no bridge. It is a ferry access island, so think of it kind of like the Nantucket of the South. So you do have to hop on a boat to get there, and there's 2 different routes to Daufuskie Island, and Haig Point operates both the ferries that go to and from Daufuskie. One of those is the Daufuskie Island Ferry Service, which we refer to kind of as the public ferry, and that leaves from the base of the bridge from Bluffton to Hilton Head. And that has 4 round trips a day. You can go to DaufuskyIslandFerry.com and you can book a trip to the island. And that gives you access to the other 4,000 acres of Daufuskie Island, which is all within what's called the National Register of Historic Places. So a lot of rich history and artisans on the island. You can rent a golf cart and you can drive around for the day. That's a great way to come over the island. Haig Point also operates its own private ferry system. So that leaves from 10 Haig Point Court on Hilton Head Island, and that's just at the base of what used to be our toll bridge on Palmetto Bay Road. And so that operates 18 round trips a day. Starts at 6:30 in the morning and it goes all the way until 11:30 at night. That ride is about 25 minutes over to the island. Those ferries carry 75 to 100 passengers. And then lastly, there's water taxis here in the Lowcountry that take you to and from Daufuskie Island. We operate one that goes in and out of Harbor Town, as does H2O Sports, and there's other providers that operate out of the marinas here locally as well.
Well, I have to say, it's a lot easier than I thought. You have a lot of trips to really get to and from and experience this. There's so many other things to do on the island as well. A distillery, of course, the beach, there's farm, Freeport Marina, so well worth the trip. For folks who want more information, what's the best course?
Yeah, I would suggest you go to haigpoint.com. Lots of information there. You could also call and speak with one of our member services representatives, 686-2000, 843, obviously, and they'd be happy to give you more information.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Adam, for joining us today. It was a pleasure learning a little bit
Thank
more.
you. Thanks, Jessa.
And thank you. We're here on Talk of the Town.